everyone, Carla here with etrailer.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Rhino Rack Sports Gutter Mount Roof Rack on our 2020 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. So if you're looking for a more factory or OEM look for a roof rack option, this is going to be definitely the way to go. As you can see, our bars are custom to the length, the width of our roof, or in this case, the hardtop gutters. They're not going to protrude out. There's no overhang to worry about adjusting or anything like that. So as far as installation goes, it's quite simple. It may take a little bit of time, but it's nothing difficult. So I highly recommend this roof rack if you need to find a solution to carry your paddle boards or kayaks or something like that. All right, so as we take a closer look at our bars right here, you do have the option to use T-track mounted accessories. Keep in mind that for you to put the T-bolt on here, which I have one to show you, it's not going to go on without removing our leg first. So you want to keep that in mind. It's not the easiest to remove the legs, so you want to put that on before and then put your leg in. If not, if you have the option of going around the bar, I would definitely just use that to make it easier on you and save time. As we move over here, you can see the nice curved shape of our legs. Like I said, there's no overhang, so it looks really nice in OEM, and they are treated plastic, so UV treated plastic's not gonna fade or anything like that when you leave it on all the time. All right, so right down here, even though you cannot add locks to this roof rack, it does come with anti-theft hardware. Basically, you do need this special tool that's included with your roof rack. So not anybody's gonna have this tool to be able to take it off of your roof. As you can see, there's a little piece on the inside here that it's not like a standard Allen bolt. So that is theft deterrent there. And the last thing I wanna show you is the inside here. It is rubberized, so everything that's grabbing onto this lip on your rain gutter is gonna be protected, so it's not gonna scratch it. All right, so let's go over a couple measurements that are going to be important to you. If you have accessories that are going to clamp on, you want to make sure there's enough room between the top and the bar. So just to measure that for you right here, it's going to be, right at 1.5 inches from the raised portion of our top to the bottom of our bar. Since we're talking about the bottom of the bar, I did want to mention, unlike other bars out there, there is no opening on the bottom of this bar, which means it's going to be really, really quiet. In fact, that's one of the comments that we receive on these bars, is that even on the highway, they are very quiet. Another measurement that you want to consider is how much height this is adding to your top overall, just in case you're wondering if you have a pretty low clearance garage or something like that. And that's going to be right at about 2.5 inches. Is it from here to the top of the bar? So as far as weight capacity goes, this roof rack is rated for 88 pounds. That's going to be good for a few paddle boards or surfboards and most kayaks out there. Now that you know a little bit more about the roof rack, we'll go ahead and show you how to get it installed. So with the parts on the table that we're going to be needing to install this, I do quickly want to mention the tool to attach the clamps and the end of the legs is included, but you will want to get out your tape measure and a rubber mallet. This is really going to come in handy, and I'll show you why here in just a second. So the first thing we want to do is get our hardware out, and we're going to put our lock washer in first, then our flat washer. And let's put this together first. So here's our edge of our foot. We want to put the rubber piece on this end here. We'll just insert it in, just like that. And this is going to create a barrier, so there's no hard plastic or anything like that making contact for rattling or anything like that. Okay, with that on, next thing we want to do is grab our hardware and grab these two pieces. You see how these two holes are facing up. we want to go ahead and put our hardware through here, just like that, and then insert them through this as well. Once we have that through there, we can go ahead and line them up with the holes right in here. All right, so with the rubber on here, what you want to do is grab this metal bracket. You can see the two places we're going to be inserting the hardware. I found it helpful to put this bracket and kind of place it over it so that you can see if the holes are lined up or not. Otherwise, you'll need to just go in there and rotate them a little bit with your finger or something else that you want to put in there like this tool to just adjust them. So right now, looks like we've got them pretty much lined up. I'll go ahead and move this one down a little bit. And with this right here, okay, go ahead and put our hardware through. We'll put it first through here, and then through our bracket. Just like that, and as you can see, that's going to sit nice and flush with it. And then we'll go ahead and thread it through right here. And I'll get a little bit started on each end so that it doesn't come apart. And as you can see, that just goes nice and smoothly with your finger. If you're having trouble with it turning, back it out and try again. Try wiggling it, because it should go in there pretty easily with your hand. And you don't want to tighten it all the way, because we have to have it loose to be able to position it on the roof. So with that attached, you can leave that down there. We'll move over here. So you are going to get the rubber strips to go right here. As you can see, we've already put them in, and you want to do that before you throw it up there, and that's going to help you with your wind and noise. Okay. Now we'll come over here, we'll insert the bar, and I'll go ahead and give you guys a better shot here. We'll just insert into these two channels. We'll slide it in there. This is the part where it may get pretty difficult to go in there. So what you want to make sure is that this hole right here is fully open and matches up. What I found helpful too is to go in with the rubber mallet and kind of get our foot back out to break up some of that excess plastic that's on here. But once we have it on there, see how our hole is completely free, and at that point we'll go ahead and secure our bar using this included self-tapping screw. Real quick, this one right here is our rear barb. It's labeled rear, so you want to make sure that you do check that, because they are slightly different lengths for your Jeep. Alright, and to tighten this you will need a screwdriver, a Phillips screwdriver. Just go in and tighten it all the way down to make sure that our end cap here doesn't come off at all. Alright, now we're ready to throw it on our roof. Alright, and of course you want to make sure that the branding is facing forward. And for now, I'll just go ahead and set it on our roof. Alright, so when we position our bars on our rain gutter here on our Jeep, I did want to show you this bracket goes on the outside, while the bracket on the inside is the part that fits inside of your rain gutter. And then we'll go ahead and take our tape measure, get this, and then I'll get our tape measure and make sure that we've got the right measurement on there. Alright, so real quick, we do have our front bar positioned already, and you'll want to look at your installation instructions. But for this Jeep, you're going to want to measure from the center right here to the center of your foot, and that's going to want to measure 11 and 13/16. So once that's positioned there on both sides, you can go ahead and tighten it down, and we can move on to the back. Now for our rear bar, we're going to be measuring 19 and 11/16. They do give you the measurements in millimeters as well, but I figured the inches is what we're going to be working with our tape measure today. So that measurement is going to be, again, from the center here to the center of our bar. We'll go ahead and open it up. 19 and 11/16. So we're going to have to move our bar forward a little bit. And I'll move on to the other side and also get it positioned a little bit better. Okay, so with this on here, we pretty much have it set at where we need it to. We can go ahead and tighten this down with the included safety tool, just by going in these bolts right here and tighten it down. All right, so we'll finish tightening our last bolt here, and this tool included, well, basically this piece right here will flatten out when you push it, and that's going to tell you you are all done. And you definitely do not want to over tighten this, so I'd say we're pretty good right there. So with everything tightened down, I'm going to go ahead and give it a good shake so you can see the whole car is moving. It's not going anywhere. So guys, in my opinion, this is going to be the best looking roof rack out there for your Jeep. It's just got a streamlined, more OEM look than any other option that you're going to find out there. The bars are custom length, custom cut to fit the width of your roof, or in this case, to fit the width of the top with the rain guards right here. So keep in mind, this does have a lower capacity than other options out there, so you have to take that into consideration as well. But that just about does it for a look at our Rhino Rack Sports Gutter Mount Roof Rack on our 2020 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited.